Hello and welcome. To help you with your preparation for the LSAT India January 2022, the LSAC brings you a 2-day live masterclass which will be conducted by me on the 8th and 9th of January from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The purpose of this video is to tell you as to how you can make the best use of the masterclass. In this masterclass, we will be looking at the complete solutions to the entire official free prep test. Remember that the best practice material for the LSAT India is the official prep material itself. Let me now familiarize you with the pattern of the LSAT India exam and particularly the pattern of the free official prep test. It consists of 4 sections. The first section being that of analytical reasoning that has 23 questions. You have 2 sections, section 2 and section 3 on logical reasoning containing 24 questions each. And then you have a 4th section on reading comprehension that has 27 questions, making it a total of 98 questions in the official prep test. Now, I'd like to draw your attention towards the fact that in a matter of just 2 days, we will be solving 98 questions. That implies that I will be going quite fast in my explanation to these questions. Therefore, I expect you to come prepared for this session. You should come prepared by acquainting yourself with the problems that are given in the free official prep test. So, let me tell you how we will be going about this over the 2 days. So for the session on the 8th of January, the first session, make sure that you're prepared with the questions 1 to 10, the first 10 questions out of the 23 for section 1. Likewise, for section 2, prepare the first 10 questions, the first 10 questions for section 3, and the first 14 questions for section 4. On the second day, the 9th of January, we will deal with the remaining questions of each section. So make sure that you come prepared with the questions for the respective days. Like I said, in your preparation for the masterclass, you do not need to actually solve the question, but only need to acquaint yourself with the questions. Let me now guide you on how you must prepare, section by section, starting with the first section, analytical reasoning. A typical question in the analytical reasoning section looks like what you see on your screen. It basically consists of a game that has certain rules. For you to be able to understand these rules, you basically need to put these rules into a diagram. So this is a setup which is followed by 5 questions. You do not need to look at the questions and you do not need to look at the options that are given to these questions. Only try to understand the setup and try to make a diagram for it. Therefore, your preparation for the first section is to make a diagram that reflects what is given in the setup of the questions. Moving on to sections 2 and 3 on logical reasoning. Now, this is what a logical reasoning question from section 2 looks like. You have a question that has a statement here in the beginning, a passage, then it gives you the question statement and then 4 options. Remember that again in this you need to focus only on this part. You can ignore the options, you do not need to study the options, just try to make sense of what is given in here. Likewise, when you look at a typical question that is given to you in section 3, it looks like this. You will largely find either some statements or some arguments. Again, you can ignore reading the options as of now, only focus on the argument or on the conversation. Therefore, in your preparation for section 2 and section 3, just try to comprehend the passage and the arguments in the problem, and you can ignore the options as of now. Finally, moving on to our 4th section, reading comprehension. A typical question in reading comprehension consists of either one passage or 2 passages followed by a set of questions. Again, in your preparation for the masterclass, you do not need to look at the questions, but you do need to study the passage. Now, as you can see, this passage that you see on your screen is a passage that consists of 5 paragraphs. When you attempt to read this passage, it is quite long and quite daunting. Therefore, one of the good strategies to understand and comprehend a passage is to actually comprehend it paragraph by paragraph. You might also find that it is hard to understand the paragraph in your first reading. Therefore, it might take multiple readings before you can make some sense of it. Now, your attempt while you are preparing for the masterclass should be to try to make some sense of each paragraph individually. That means you should try to summarize every paragraph into 1 or 2 simple sentences in your head in simple language. When you achieve that, It means that you have acquainted yourself with the passage. Now that I have taught you as to how you should prepare for the masterclass, I look forward to seeing you.